Ladies and gents, welcome back to the Players Zone YouTube channel. Welcome back to our very late match recap from the Switzerland and Germany game, which was the final game in Group A, seeing Germany end up on top of the group and going through as the winners of Group A in the end. But it was a dramatic game in many regards, back and forth. And obviously the other game as well, the Scotland-Hungary game, also having some back and forth and a late goal there as well, determined how the group would end up. And it would be Germany on top, Switzerland in second, and Hungary in third, waiting to see if they qualify as a third place qualifying side. Let's get into the game though. It was a very, very intriguing game. And the early theme of the tournament continued in this game here with a very fast pace at the start of the game. It was Kai Havertz forcing a big save out of Jan Sommer in the 3rd minute. And that just was sort of the theme for the first 10 to 15 minutes, a really high intense pace, back and forth type chances. Both teams throwing numbers forward and willing to attack. And as such, we got a really, really entertaining start to the game. Robert Andrich shot in the 17th minute, bowled in front of Jan Sommer and ended up in the back of the net. However, VAR overturned that decision as well. So the Germans, after a really solid start, thought they took the lead in the 17th minute. However, I think it was Musiala appearing to found foul Arbischer in the build-up of that play there. So that one was harshly ruled out and covered Jan Sommer's blushes after he allowed that bowl to get past, but they near post and find the back of the net. So at that point in time, the Swiss side were back in the game. Still 0-0, still a chance to get an important win. And if they would win, they would go through in top of the group here. So a massive occasion for them, for Germany. A point would be enough for them to secure top of the group. So that was on the back of both teams' minds as we went late into the game. Was Ndoye, who found the opener in the 28th minute. Remy Freuler putting a ball into the box and a really acrobatic type stretching of the right leg to get his toe onto it and find the roof of the net to make the game 1-0. Again, showing the ability of the Swiss side on the counter-attack and the ability to stretch the German side. They showed that in the first half an hour, a willingness to attack, willingness to get at that back four with a lot of players playing on yellow cards. I think they sort of played into it as well, their willingness to not be as dangerous and going into the tackles to try and prevent their chances of missing out on the round of 16 game, which was really, really important. I think that goal there summed up what the Switzerland side have been all about so far in this tournament, which is really, really solid defensively and ability to break and use pace and use that confidence in the final third to try and take it to teams. And this start of this game showed that, taken to this Germany side that's been almost unbeatable throughout most of the tournament so far, getting a great side of them. Yes, they got lucky with the VAR overturned goal against Robert Andrich, but deserving of that latest that point in time due to their willingness to go and attack and get on the front foot. And Ndoye went close again moments later, running in behind Rudiger. I think was caught a bit off guard, sort of a bit flat-footed. Ndoye got in behind him, and his cross-body shot hit the post and came back out. So that was another massive chance to make it 2-0. And at that point in time, just prior to half-time, you thought, oh, this could be a big opportunity here for Switzerland to hold onto this lead and make the most of it. But big chance missed and a chance, I guess, the side will look back to and regret missing the opportunity there. The rest of the first half saw a lack of real goal-mouth action. The Swiss side getting comfortable after taking that 1-0 lead into sitting in, being really defensive. Fabian Schär alongside Akanji at the centre-half position there. All three centre-backs and the 5 at the back sitting really deep, sitting really compact, and not allowing much space for likes of Musiala and Wirtz to work into. Kai Havertz was nullified in this game here, and many well, I guess we now be questioning who should start, him or Nicholas Füllkrug. We'll get into that topic a little bit later on, but it came into half-time, and at half-time, the Swiss side was going through as group winners. The 3 points enough to take them ahead of Germany on 6 points. They would be going through as group winners on 7 points. So massive second half to come, and that's where Germany would come out the brighter of the two sides. Musiala had the first chance to test Jan Sommer in the second half. Beautifully played it, ball in behind by Florian Wirtz in the 52nd minute. Jan Sommer was up to the task there. Toni Kroos was next. Not too long after with a long shot from outside the box, which just whispered past the near post of Jan Sommer's goal, but still not a shot on target to test Jan Sommer. Joshua Kimmich then was denied an almost certain goal by Manuel Akanji's outstretched leg, which stopped and blocked that shot to keep the game still 1-0 in the Swiss favour. And at that point in time, I thought, wow, they might never score a goal in this game. The Germans, they kept probing away. They didn't really have that option. They kept crossing the ball into the box, and there's no real headed option. Obviously, that would change later on, but the youngster struggling. Not enough creation for midfield. There was enough creation, not enough spark, though, for midfield to go and create that clear-cut chance. And it just felt like it was a game that was destined to just end up a 1-0 victory for the Swiss side. And it almost was even better victory for the Swiss side. Vargas thought he'd scored and secured all 3 points. There's a fantastic piece of just one-touch football coming out from a goal kick. 2 or 3 passes, links up, find Vargas in behind. He found the back of the net in the 83rd minute. However, he was deemed just offside in the end. And again, another pivotal moment that would come back to haunt the Switzerland side. Manuel Neuer then denying Granit Xhaka as in the 88th minute as the Swiss side continued to look dangerous in the counter-attack. One of those stereotypical Granit Xhaka type efforts we've seen so far this season, that long shot with that powerful, quick backlift and powerful shot that's destined for the back of the net. But Manuel Neuer covered the goal very, very well there. Another important save. And then the big moment came. Nicholas Füllkrug had come off the bench only 10 to 12 minutes earlier. It would equalise in the second minute of stoppage time. It was Raum who also came on in place of Maximilian Mittelstadt, who whipped the ball in from the left-hand side. It found the head of Nicholas Füllkrug, and like he does so often this season, we've seen him head the ball home and secure Germany a point, which would be enough for them to win the group. 7 was enough. They'd finished top of the group and now get the easier draw into the knockout stages. If that hadn't happened, you never know. We're going to see a big matchup if Germany had finished second in that group. Neither the round of 16 or the quarterfinals due to how it all lines up with group winners versus group second place teams as well. So massive, massive moment for Germany to secure a weaker run towards that Euro final, especially with how solid the squad is. It'd be a shame if they went knocked out in the round of 16 or even the quarterfinals. It should be at least a semi-final appearance for this Germany side. But it begs the question now, against a low block, which many teams will probably employ against them. I think only the Spanish will be the only teams to actually take it to them and maybe play a higher line against this Germany side. Against a low block, the question has been asked now, is Kai Havertz the man to play against a low block? So the Switzerland side sat in deep. They made it hard for Germany. They made it hard for like some Musiala and Wirtz to work into open spaces. They were also often crammed out, denied opportunity of the football. And as such, that spark in the final third, which we've seen across the first 2 games, disappeared. And I guess now, with all the balls that are whipping into the area, especially come the second half, the question has to be asked, does Nicholas Füllkrug get the start from now on in? A proper number 9. I know it's not the modern way of football to play a proper number 9, a big, strong striker that can head the ball home. But you saw his impact. Comes off the bench, rams the ball into the area. A good ball, but it takes a real quality number 9 to head that ball on target and find the back of the net. And that's something that Nicholas Füllkrug can only supply for this Germany side. Yes, Kai Havertz has been good. I've raved about him since the turn of the year in many regards. But for this Germany side, especially against a low block in a knockout style of game, is he the man for the? Is he the guy for the game? Is he the guy to read the moment? Can he win the game for Germany? I don't know if that's the option. Might have to be Nicholas Füllkrug, who, yes, he's not going to be flashy and the modern style, but he'll get the job done. He'll run in behind when he needs to. He needs 1 or 2 touches to find the back of the net when he's in back of the net when he's in the box. So why not go to him? Because he showed in this game, he saved the country here again. He's scoring consistently off the bench. I think some of the best stats from bench players in club and country over this year. So why not give him the start? Let him go for the start. He basically carried Dortmund to the Champions League final with some of his clinical finish. You think back to that PSG game, a goal out of nothing. Again, short backlift, 1 touch, 2nd touch, back of the net. That's the striker he is. And maybe that's what Germany need, especially in knockout football against a low block. Just a proposition to throw out there. I've seen a few people propose that on the social medias, and I think it's a valid opinion. I love what Kai Havertz has done come 2024, but I also love Nicholas Füllkrug, someone who I was raving about all the way through the back end of the season, especially with our Champions League coverage here on the channel. The ability he has to change a game with only a few touches is fabulous. So why not get him going from the start, and why not get your team on the front foot earlier because of his ability to find the back of the net? Just an opinion, but other than that, a really, really entertaining game. Yes, it was very defensive in the Swiss, but that's what they've been like in recent tournaments. They're a really good tournament football team. You know how they beat the French in the previous Euros to knock them out as well. So they're a real tough team to beat. And as such, I think it's a respectable draw here for Germany, who were managing obviously some yellow card problems. They're probably a bit fatigued as well after playing some too high energy, high attacking style of football in the first 2 games. But this Swiss side alongside probably Austria, are those sort of dark horse teams that are really, really challenging. So the fact that Germany have gone up against them and I guess faced their real first sort of test so far in this tournament is a positive sign. Yes, they didn't win it, but they showed ways to counteract that and end up coming away with a point from the game. For the Swiss, I've really, really impressed. That back 5 in itself, fantastic. The midfield areas worked very, very hard. Granit Xhaka continues to perform at a very high level, and Bril Embolo got the start in this game. He rotated a little bit. No Xherdan Shaqiri. Players that came in did a fantastic job, and it looks like the system right now for Switzerland's working very, very well and making them a very hard team to beat. So Despite finishing second, yes, they're going to draw a hard team in the round of 16, but if they employ the same sort of mindset and style of football which they employed here versus Germany, there's no reason they can't go out and beat any team this tournament, because in many regards, for many people, Germany are the favourites. They're the current best team in terms of form momentum. So the fact you've taken it to Germany, in their own backyard, in a game they really wanted to win to finish top of the group, shows you've got what it takes. So I think that'll be a really exciting team to watch come the knockout stages. Now to some of our key players of the game. We've got two for each side, starting with the Switzerland side, and their two centre-backs I've picked. Fabian Schär is the first one, the 4 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 interceptions, 4 tackles, 1 last man tackle as well, 5 out of 6 ground duels, 5 out of 7 accurate long balls, 91% pass accuracy. This is the Fabian Schär we used to at Newcastle from last season. Cool, calm, composed on the ball, makes massive challenges when he needs to. He's a bit of a Rolls Royce in many regards, but still does the dirty work, can still get across, can make some big challenges. And you see from the stats there, when he was up to the challenge, he matched the challenge. It wasn't dribble past once either, getting in the way of shots, making some interceptions, a lot of tackles, broke up the play really, really well. And him alongside my second important player from Switzerland, Manuel Akanji, 3 clearances, 2 blocks, 1 interception, 2 tackles, 3 out of 3 accurate long balls. Obviously, that pivotal foot getting in the way of Joshua Kimmich's effort just after the hour mark. Those were fantastic. They worked in tandem. They're 2 Premier League players for 2 massive Premier League clubs, respectively, and performing at such a high level. And I think that backbone defensive alongside Jan Sommer back there as well is going to be the key for this side going forward, especially knockout football. They're going to face some big teams. If these guys at the back, especially across that back 5 there, are in the form and in the mindset which they had last night, there's no reason why they can't cause a lot of problems for sides. And I think just the feeling around the group, and I guess the positivity around the group from that performance will be through the roof. And I think it gives a lot of confidence to go now into the knockout football and establish yourself. Yes, have this defensive orientation, rely on that, but then you have the ability up top to cause some chaos in the counter-attack, but it all stems from the back, I feel like. And these guys, once again, the performance this game here showed they've got what it takes. I think they'll carry that confidence and carry that momentum into the next game, because they showed in this game here they can take it to one of the best teams in the tournament, if not the best team in Germany. The 2 German players, starting with number 1, Toni Kroos, fantastic yet again, 8.2 SOFA score rating, 128 touches of the football, 93% pass accuracy, 4 key passes, 4 to 5 accurate long balls, 1 big chance created, 2 tackles, and 2 interceptions, and 1 clearance. Covered every blade of grass, sort of felt like, yet again, they're playing through Toni Kroos. All good things for Germany stem through this man. Worried about how tired his legs are going to get. He's an older player. He's retiring for a reason, but I guess he'll be just playing a pure adrenaline here as it's in his last tournament. He's been fantastic. The vision, the IQ, the experience, it adds to this sort of youthful group there. Yes, Ilkay Gundogan's a bit more experience, this but Toni Kroos is the veteran this side. And when you've got the likes of Musiala and Wirtz and Kai Havertz up top, you need these sort of experience head. You've got Robert Andrich, hasn't played much international football. I think only still in the single figures in terms of international caps played. You need an experienced player like Toni Kroos in there to control the game. You can see they defer to him all the time. The passes go into Toni Kroos to get the ball going forward. The passes go into Toni Kroos to get out of danger. And he said 128 touches. The accuracy of pass is fantastic. And he's still making key passes. He isn't just passing it sideways or making the easy pass. He's also making the pass to break the game apart. And that's what you see by the 4 key passes there as well. And then finally, Niklas Füllkrug. Obviously, the goal scorer, 14 minutes, only the 5 touches, but the massive equaliser, 7.3 SOFA score rating, shows what he's all about, right? Coming up in an important moment, heading that ball home. I said it earlier on, is a question I ask, does Niklas Füllkrug go from the start in the next game, especially in the knockout stage? When you come up against a low block, you need a point of difference. And the ability to cross the ball into the box to a striker like Niklas Füllkrug that will head the ball home, that will get a toe into a ball that's dangerous, that will tap a ball home from the 6-yard box or score a weldy with 1 touch inside the box. That's what he supplies. It's different to a Kai Havertz that will drop in or create space for those wide players that cut in and make and create from opening up channels or linking up the game. Niklas Füllkrug is in a link-up play. He's in the players going to drop in. He's going to be a player that needs supply and delivery. I think this German side has enough supply and delivery. Why not play a proper number and head the ball home or put the ball in the back of the net? Just a proposition, but fantastic game. In 14 minutes to score a goal like that. 2 goals in the tournament, equal Golden Boot lead at the moment, despite playing less than sort of 50, 60 minutes. It shows the player he is. He finds the back of the net so easily and so frequently. And the fact doesn't have many touches of the football. 5 touches just shows that he's a guy that doesn't need time to build into a game or needs to have the ball at his feet to get comfortable. He's a guy that just is ready to go. He's a natural scorer. He's a natural winner. And I think he'll be a very valuable piece either off the bench, but I think in the knockout stages from the start for me. With that being said, ladies and gents, that brings my match recap from last night's game, Germany and Switzerland, to an end. An entertaining game, but we're starting to see the signs of more knockout football, a bit more pragmatic from the Swiss. Germany struggling to break down a low block. That's what we're going to be seeing more of come the knockout stages. Maybe not. I hope not, because so far this tournament's been all about entertainment, but I think this is the style of football we can expect to see for at least until maybe the semis, even the quarters, because there'll be some underdogs going against some really superior teams, and as such, we might see this trend continue into the next few games here, the European Championships. But that being said, it still was an entertaining game. If you enjoyed this video, please, guys, smash a like on it, subscribe to the Players Zone channel for more content like this, and press that post notification bell so you know we upload our videos, podcasts, and reaction content here on the channel. With it all being said, I hope you have a great week today. Enjoy the upcoming football from the Euros, and I'll see you guys in the video very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.